Hello everyone, I teach Buddhism and I learn in purelandschool.com, and I also make these videos for everyone to watch and learn Buddhism, and eventually, hopefully, someone will be interested enough to ask me or to just go into the website and ask for lessons like those I'm getting and I am teaching the same. So I got a question 2 weeks ago. Last week I couldn't do any video because I was very busy, taking a blame. Very busy day, couldn't do it. Sorry about that. And this is the question from 2 weeks ago from someone who is watching my videos or was, who knows. So, so what's the opinion on the historical Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, in Pure Land Buddhism? What kind of opinion we have of him? Since, he says, since strictly speaking, he is the original Buddha in the history of this planet and the first one to preach this philosophy. So that's an interesting question. So there is some kind of things that I need to correct in the second part of the question, but just to simply answer the question, we have a very good opinion on him. What I teach is the same that my teacher or my master teaches me. And it's the same that he is learning or learned from his, it's just we only teach the same that we learn. Okay, we don't create new things. At most, we can create new ways of explaining, but the teaching is one and the same. And it's all based, like scientifically speaking, we are all based on the scriptures or the sutras, which is what Shakyamuni Buddha taught on earth. So, simply speaking, Siddhartha Gautama, a human being who lived here in India 2,600 years ago, he appeared on earth and he became Buddha. And then he was named Shakyamuni Buddha, not Siddhartha Gautama anymore, but Shakyamuni Buddha at the age of 35, and he died at the age of 80. And there you got 45 years of teachings. He was just teaching or preaching all that time. And his students, people who were following him closely, they wrote down the teachings or the sermons that he conveyed, okay, orally. He used to preach orally, okay. So all these sermons or sutras in Sanskrit, the language at that time, are more than 7,000. More than 7,000 sutras or sermons. That's a lot. And that is called Buddhism because he became a Buddha and he only taught about Buddhism. So we call Buddhism to all this compilation of teachings. But Buddhism is not something that he created. Buddhism is something that he discovered, so to say, or he explained, but it's not something that he created. Okay. So I'm gonna give a very simple example, which is not, I just don't like it because it's too simplistic. But let's say you're living in a very small town and there is no snow, which is a small town, but there is mountains and there is snow there. And someone goes there and discovers this. And he can tell how it feels to touch the snow and everything. And he goes down to the town and he says, there is something called snow, and it's like this and that. And some people may believe him, or some people may not. Some people may even want to go there with him and see for themselves. So Shakyamuni Buddha explained about Buddhism, but he did not create Buddhism. Just like someone who discovered the snow is not a creator of the snow. At most, you could just put a word to it, but he's not creating the snow. I think you got it. So Buddhism exists from before him. He encountered Buddhism and he explained Buddhism. Yeah, in a simple way. um, and we have a very good opinion on him because he's our master. What we do, it's like a line, you know. It's like he's the master. He explained to us human beings about how to become happy, which is what we really want. This is Buddhism, how to attain true happiness or absolute happiness. So he explained that in detail for us to become happy. And then there are new masters within this story, within human history. Okay, so this happened. So Shakyamuni Buddha is from 2,600 years ago, but there are many true masters. That's the name. True masters within this amount of time, these 200, 600 years ago. There are many true masters who conveyed Buddhism correctly, who were able to read all the 7,000 sutras, understand them perfectly, and further explain, or yeah, to explain in more detail or with new words or expression in order for us to understand. Okay. Um, so of course we all praise these true masters who were able to explain each other or the one before and so. And of course we all praise Shakyamuni Buddha. Of course we do. He's like our very master. So that would be the answer to the question. And when the questioner is saying, strictly speaking, he's the first one or the original Buddha to preach in history, it's not really like that. Because of the reason, because I already said that Buddhism existed from before him. He's not really the first one. He's another one, you know. There may be more, we don't know. There may be more in the future, we don't know. But he said there are the scriptures that you can find where he says that he has been coming many times, taking the human form. But we only have these more than 7,000 sutras from 2,600 years ago. We don't have any scriptures from before that. So, but it would be the same. Buddhism is just one and the same. Yeah. But he confessed that he has been coming. And there are also other true masters. You may be interested in this. If you are, you can ask me in detail and I can explain about this. But there are a couple true masters that I know of saying at the very late or final stage of their life that, honestly speaking, they have been coming other times. There is one that confessed that this is the third time he came and to this planet and took the human form in order to preach. So that's interesting. I find that fascinating. But they wouldn't tell that to like everyone. They would tell that to close students. Okay, so I think I answered the question. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for watching this. I hope to see you in my future videos.